Rock Creek edition. It looks really sharp. With a pretty cool backdrop. What is up, YouTube? Boy, do I have a surprise for you today. Today we are at the 2019 Chicago Auto Show, and I'm going to take you guys with. Right now we're in the Hyundai booth, checking out the new Sonata.
Those aren't aluminum panels. Parking brake.
Then we got the Nexo over here, also by Hyundai. And over here we got the Ioniq.
Your new best friend, because she's going to win you some prizes today. Show your love for a lovely lady all the way from the foreign country of Illinois. Tilia!
We'll take a little bit further of a walk down here. We got another Ioniq.
So you get like that's pretty cool.
And I'm just gonna walk around and show you all the cars. I might not necessarily talk about all of them. Now we're heading over to the Nissan side, where you can see some GTRs.
Nissan make a cool car too. Not bad. you want to take a picture with the skylight?
I think it's.
Over here we got the Rogue Sport.
Just a quick note, we actually didn't mention this, but does anyone know there are 19 of something in your Subaru Ascent? What do you think there might be 19? Airbags is a great guess. Not airbags, what else?
Raise hands, please.
Cup holders.
Oh, great. You knew.
There are 19 cup holders in your brand new Subaru Ascent. You get a brand new Forester, sir. Very nice.
Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, we did mention another really cool feature that comes on the Ascent Touring. And it's so let's say you had a lot of things piled up in the very back, really tall passengers. You can see past it when you're backing up. Anyone remember that feature? Yes.
It's either on two Subaru chairs with a cooler, or there's a female jacket, there is a men's jacket, or a Subaru backpack.
Ooh, backpacks.
Not the car today, only the miniature version of the car today. But for this fun prize, would you like to do the question, Shabbat?
You take it away.
All right, in our Subaru lineup, is anyone aware of two Subarus that had a truck bed? You need to know one of them with a show of hands since it's the big prize. Anyone can play? Subaru Legend. Nope, that's not one. But good guess. Good guess.
On the hour, so please come join us again. Also, if you are interested in adopting a pet, come back this weekend, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Tell all your friends, it's for a really great cause. Thank you so much for joining us today.
This truck here would be perfect for our northern Illinois winters with these tracks on the wheels. I would kill for a truck like this. We're gonna have a little bit of a weird transition here. My buddy Max and I, we came across this indoor test track for the brand new Kia Telluride, and we're gonna take a ride in it, and I'm gonna take you guys with me. By the way, that's my buddy Max. So come on along if you like.
I can
So now we've gone to the other side of the show. The show is divided into two parts. Pretty much you got the foreign cars on one side and you got the domestic cars on the other. So now we're gonna go through the stuff I love to look at as an American car builder. Alright guys, this is my favorite booth out of the whole Chicago Auto Show. This is the Jeeps. This is what I do for a living. I build these things every day of the week.
And an industry first removable
and I am proud
Bluetooth
to come here and see all these wonderful Jeeps on display. Right here we got the Jeep Grand Cherokee Supercharged. We in the industry, we call this the Trackhawk. It's got the Hellcat engine in it, and it can kick some butt.
Over 80 standard and available safety and security features, including forward warning collision.
We're gonna do a couple more test tracks today, and I'm gonna take you guys along with again. But this is the new Jeep Gladiator. It is part Wrangler, part truck, and it is new this year. It is being built in Toledo, Ohio, alongside the Wrangler, and it is amazing.
The brand new 2020 Jeep Gladiator embodies that adventurous spirit with that capability and the open air freedom that Jeep loyalists have come to know and love.
Like I said, I love this brand, and I am proud to work for them every day.
If you had any questions about the Jeep.
Alright guys, I'm Orlando. Nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you.
This is our 2019 Ram Limited. Alright, so we just put it up to a 30-degree tilt. Just to show some stability and articulation. So it is stable due to that wide wheelbase with a good center of gravity. Alright, under the hood, 5.7 liter V8 Hemi motor. You get 395 for the horsepower, 410 pounds of torque. This one also has e-torque, so you get an extra 130 pounds of instant torque. from an electric motor. Alright, so we got a 12-foot hill we're gonna climb up at 30-degree angle up and down. It does have the optional hill descent control. So basically just controls your rate of speed on the way down if you use it. Underneath for our suspension, we got an air ride suspension. It also has an adjustable ride height to get up to 2 extra inches, up to 10.7. Steel skid plates to help prevent damage. Alright, they've been adding a lot of more noise damping material to the vehicles, so to help drown out a lot of the road noise. It is fully loaded, so you do got heated seats and cooled seats up front. Heated steering wheel. Alright, so it's a good time. So it does have a parallel parking feature, which we're going to use. Hopefully I can get it to work right. Alright, so I'm driving up the street, just trying to locate a spot for me. It's saying spot found. It'll give me some more prompts. So it wants me to stop, take my hands off the wheel, put it in reverse, and do all the work with the steering. Sometimes you just need to feather the gas. I usually give it ride the brake so it gives it a good transition to a stop. You can always take over just by grabbing the wheel or turning it off. And when you're ready to pull out, you can always go back to that surround camera with the front camera, so you can see your bumper as you're pulling out. You also got your nice big navigation system there. In the app center, got a bunch of stuff. Got your travel link. Check your fuel prices when you're on the road. Check the weather map. Also, too, through your cell phone, you can hook up hands-free calling, Bluetooth. You got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, so you can use both systems still. Of course, you got your Sirius XM satellite radio. It has a 9-speaker Alpine stereo system. Sounds pretty good. Some other small details, like you got your wireless charging pad here. Still has a CD player. You got your USB plug in there, auxiliary jack. You got a 115 here and in the rear.
This thing is really nice. The video you just saw us do, this is what we did. In a sub branch of the company I work for, which is Dodge. They make cars such as the Challenger, the Charger. I'm sure you all have heard of the Hellcat. Gotta love that purple right there, being a Vikings fan. speaking of the Hellcat, we got one right here. And here's a model of the Hellcat engine that they put in, and some of the specs down there. Thing is nice. There's the other side of that Hellcat engine. Man, that thing is pretty. Imagine that in a little car with all that power. And then you got my favorite color, like I said before. Being a Vikings fan, you gotta rock the plum crazy.
Por el color y porque es charcoal.
And then you got the SRT Durango. Pretty nice. Price point's a little high for me, but it's a pretty nice vehicle. So since we're in the FCA booth, we also have Fiat. Fiat is our parent company. They actually bought out Chrysler in 2009 to save us in the recession. And then this vehicle right here, the 2019 Jeep Cherokee, that's what I build every day. This is my pride and joy. Put a lot of hard work, blood, sweat, and tears into these cars. This is my baby.
We actually built these.
We built this car right here.
Awesome. In Bellevue?
Yeah.
Belvedere. Yeah. Belvedere.
Yeah.
There you go.
We were hoping we'd get a Cherokee.
Yeah, that's what we were hoping. 2019. I'll try to tell you as much about it. What part do y'all work on? Do y'all work on the whole thing? Or?
I work in the engine bay.
I work on the exterior and the bottom. Awesome. 2019 Jeep Cherokee Trailhawk Elite we're in.
Which motor is this one?
This is a 3.2 liter V6, 271 horse, 239 foot-pounds of torque. Max tow 4,500 pounds. We got ground clearance right off the bat here, 8.7 inches of ground clearance. The Trailhawk makes it 1 inch factory lift to up to that 8.7.
Just let the engine and the train stay in the car, please. That's my job. I bolt the engine and the train to the car.
Good job. It holds tight. We'll ride right up this staircase. Just like that. And right on down. Stop that bouncing. There we go. Now brake over here. Front right tire will leave the ground. I'll see if I can get a nice little rock right off the bat. You'll feel that whole weight of the Cherokee shift about right there. And then I'll bring it back down, get traction on the rear, and then push it right over like that. Of course, you have the undercarriage protected by the skid plate. You have those rocker panels on the side. You know all about that.
Nice to put the skid plates on.
There you go. Awesome. Right on up. Independent front suspension. You got the axle in the rear. Optional axle lock down there. Not even engaged right now. We're in four-wheel drive low though. We're gonna pop up on this articulation. You'll feel that back right wheel lead right there. Hook up right there. Very low center of gravity. "35-degree hill we have here, 18 feet up. Some maneuverability here. Climb right over this. All your work on these.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man. Y'all have a good one.
Over there's a Jeep test track that we just came from. Now we're over here. You can do your car seat inspection for your children over here. And now we're at the State Police booth, checking out some of the old squad cars, the Chicago Police Department squad cars. And I think we're gonna head over to the exotics next, so stay tuned. As you can see, now we're in the Audi booth. Here's probably my favorite Audi on the market right now, the Audi R8 with the V10. It sounds absolutely sick when it runs. So now we're leaving Audi and we're headed over to Lexus.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Chicago International Auto Show. My name is Julian, I'm a product specialist with Lexus. And during the next several minutes, it will be my absolute and distinct pleasure to introduce to you the LC convertible concept from Lexus. Now, as you can see, it's spinning so beautifully here on the center platform. And as it makes its way to reveal its front fascia, I'd love to point out the signature spindle grille from Lexus. Gives it a bit of aggression while still maintaining that luxury and sophistication you've come to expect from us here at Lexus. Complementing that is the tri-cluster LED front light display, underscored with an arrowhead.
And over here you got Lincoln.
Described as a signature Lexus logo. Because designers and engineers got together at the Lexus Design Studio and decided to incorporate little L's, or this means a big L, into the design language of this and every single vehicle in our lineup. It's called the Lexus Design Language, which is something we're very proud to have as a proprietary component of all of our vehicles here.
Now we're gonna go meet up with one of my friends. He's over here in the Audi booth, so please keep watching.
I've got it this afternoon just because I kind of like the way it's very dramatic in this course. Most of the time we would let you guys drive, typically, by the way. But Chicago had issues with that, so.
Insurance?
It can't be the insurance because we have piles of it.
Oh, okay.
So they just didn't feel comfortable.
Okay.
First time we've ever had that problem.
Really?
We're going to be in DC in early April, and we'll let you guys drive down there. We did it last year, and they had no problem with it, so I don't think they'll have a problem this year. You're going to hear a little traction control wake up. That little noise is there. We're going to get some side tilt going on here. Camera got a little clearer. What do you guys do for work?
We work for Chrysler.
No kidding.
We build the Jeep Cherokee.
Oh, nice. All-wheel drive, correct, right?
Either or.
Yeah, either or.
You mean 2 or all-wheel?
Yep.
Right. But not low range in that one, right?
I don't think so.
No, Grand still gets it, but
Yeah.
and of course the what do they call it now? It's not a TJ, it's not a YJ. It's
Oh,
a
the Wrangler?
Yeah, what's
They got the new Gladiator,
Yeah.
Rubicon.
Yeah, those are all have low ranges as well. Yeah. This wheel's just sitting there. Your wheel's up in the air.
Nice. This thing's pretty smooth.
And this is the least nice riding vehicle we make.
Really?
Yeah. The big one, you drive around in that, it feels like you're in your living room.
Really?
Yeah. If your living room is all leather. But, you know, it's also $87,000 starting price, so.
Oh, starting.
But that's Range Rover. That's the cream of the crop.
Yeah.
This one starts at 37.
I saw that the lowest, it started the lowest at 37.
That's this one. Yep. And this car is actually fairly loaded up for this car. I can tell because the interior appointments has the really nice seats, but it also has the better active drive. So it has locker in the rear and locker in the center.
Oh, nice.
The wheel's just hanging in the air right now. I'm gonna pull to the transition spot and let it transition over.
And then really good sideways.
You do. Yep. If I pull up, I don't think it has it, but let's just see. 4x4 info, off-road information. Nope, no angles. The other car has the actual angle inclinometer. So this shows me what kind of driveline I have in it, so I can tell by this insignia that I've got a clutch pack on either side of my rear diff, which makes that a fully lockable diff. Automatic, obviously, but that wheel's hanging in the air again. I'm gonna put on our cameras again. Excellent.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, beats walking.
Yeah, right.
What's the Cherokee run nowadays? What's the price?
I think that starts about 30. And I think the higher is like 40.
Yep.
Trail high.
Yep. I'm going to swing it a little bit wide. We're going to get my driver's side wheel to just sky up here. It's about 3.5 feet up in the air right now.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
There it comes.
I got out of there with ease.
What's that?
I got out of there with ease.
Oh, yeah. When it doesn't have the active drive line, so it doesn't have the rear locker, then it has a little more traction control wake up to make it do that, because it has to be able to work the brakes to make the power go to the wheels that have the grip. But with the active drive, as soon as I let off the brake and give it just a tiny bit of throttle over idle, then it locks that center, which is the actual like 4-wheel drive aspect of it, and then it locks the rear, so then it's just one front in order to make it do its you know, to keep it moving. So that one, like I said, starts at 87. That one shares the same platform. That's the Discovery, big Discovery. This is Discovery Sport. That one shares the same platform as that. That one, both of them are offered in a diesel or a supercharged 6, and then the Range Rover is offered in a supercharged V8 as well. And the Range Rover also this year will be out with a plug-in hybrid electric version, which will be a 4-cylinder combined with the electric motor.
What kind of power do these put out?
Let's see. The diesel, I think, is 287 horsepower and 440 foot-pounds of torque. The I'll probably be stumped on the 4-cylinder until I would look it up. The V8, the V6 is, I believe it is 340 horsepower and 380 torque. The V8 is 517, V8 supercharged, 517 horsepower.
Nice.
That's the lower version, and then I believe that's about 460 as well, foot-pounds of torque, or maybe it's 420. Mm-hmm. And then the upper version of that has 575 horsepower and and that one's 470, I believe, foot-pounds of torque.
That's pretty impressive.
It is very impressive. I mean, we're not the 700 horsepower range, but we're getting there.
Yeah, but 500 horsepower is still a lot.
It's still a lot.
It's still a lot.
Uh-huh.
It don't seem like a lot anymore with like the Demon and Hellcats out there,
Yep.
even Trackhawks now, but that 500 horsepower can still get you in trouble.
Yep.
It's not to be taken lightly, for sure.
Not at all.
Very cool.
I was in Road America when they revealed the Demon, 2 years ago now, to the press. It wasn't on sale yet. It was getting close.
Oh, yeah.
And that was pretty impressive. I like the fact you pay $1, you get race race tires for the front and the trunk.
Yeah.
Then we'll do a little bit lap around.
I'm sorry.
Real quickly.